Well, hello everybody and welcome. Today I have a little surprise I want to share with you. I'd like you to meet a little fellow who's become a new family member for us, for Bob and for me. This little fellow is Milo. Milo originally came from Korea. His history is a bit spotty as he was a rescue dog. The first part of his life, he was likely a street dog in one of the big cities. He was scooped up at some point and taken to a shelter, which was a shelter where they only keep them so long, and if they're not adopted, then they're put down. So during that time, he was rescued from there by a group that tries to help stray dogs or dogs that are in these high-kill shelters. We think that he was probably taken to a foster home there, but we don't know for sure. After being in that foster home for an unknown amount of time, he was put up for adoption internationally, and a group here in Canada called Forever Freed brought him to Canada, and he was adopted by a single man, and that's where he's been for the last year and a half. He has been treated very well there, but the situation changed in that family, and very reluctantly, the former owner of Milo put him back up for adoption through the same organization. And that's where we found him. And not having a pet just wasn't working for us. So we thought maybe we would be good candidates for an older dog and one who really needed a stable home, which we believe we can provide for this little guy. His breed is a mix, but pretty much classed as a mix between Korean Jindo and Akita. And he's only 35 pounds. And he's very, very alert and very prey-driven. So these dogs are raised originally to be hunting dogs in Korea. He's a super curious little dog, and we do know he has had some issues. He's very nervous of people coming at him full front. He does not want you to raise your hand above his head. And he's very leery if you're carrying anything that resembles a stick. We're quite sure that he has had some abuse in his life, and it's made him rather tentative to accept and trust people. We feel that because Milo's first good home was with the man he was with for a year and a half, that he really bonded with Bob much more quickly than with me. His former owner said that he was not used to having a woman in the house, and so he's been a bit slow coming around, but he is coming around. But he is certainly not camping ready. I'm hoping one day I might be able to take him camping with me on some of my solo campouts, but that's a long way from now. Milo right now is a high flight risk. He's not settled. He's not firmly attached to either of us. But I'd say he's a little better with Bob, and he's coming around. But there's just no way. He has already escaped from our yard once. Bob went out in the evening, and he was upset and that Bob had left. And so he dug out from under our gate. So now there's a piece of concrete there. But yes, he did come back, which was amazing to us. There he is. He's a very good little dog, but he's just still anxious, and he's going to take time before we feel we can trust him and that he can trust us. We've ordered a tracker for him, and yes, he's going to have that on. I think it comes tomorrow, and he'll be wearing a tracker, so if he does get away, hopefully we can find him. This is my first alone walk with Milo, and trying to do a video at the same time is more than a bit challenging. But I wanted to introduce him to you, and also to let you know why I'm not out camping. Right now, the priority is Milo. This little guy, 35 pounds of anxious energy, is consuming all of our time. He doesn't like it if things get changed up. So for the last 9 days, I've been home with this dog. And I've been happy about it. I'm going to try and get out later this week for one night close to home. See how he does. He's much better now with Bob going out. He doesn't get so frantic. So we are making progress, and I didn't want to do anything to upset that. And so I've been sticking pretty close to home, and we've just been getting to know one another. Well, fortunately, we have a lot of beautiful areas around where we live for walking dogs, and little Milo has certainly enjoyed the benefit of that. We've been doing an awful lot of dog walking, and we find that taking him for lots of walks and getting him outdoors really helps get his stress out, and has really helped him to be a little more tired and a bit more relaxed. So I think he figures it's pretty good here. It's just not quite home yet, but we're working on it, and he's having a good time. On a positive note, Milo walks very well on a leash. Because he lived in the city area for the last year and a half, I think his previous owner had taken him out for regular walks, and he's very well leash trained. So that's a big bonus. I think the only other command he really knows is sit, and he does understand no. And we're not trying to teach him anything else right now. We're just trying to develop trust, and after he's more bonded with us, then we can commence some training. He absolutely is not interested in the word come. So we have a long way to go there, but we're not really working on that until we feel he wants to come to us. Every time we see him come towards us, we say, "Milo, come," and tell him what a good dog he is. That's as far as we've got so far. The first week of having Milo was very challenging, I have to tell you the truth. I think we all had anxiety, especially after he escaped that evening. He was gone. He escaped under that gate, and he was gone 2 hours, but then he chose to come back, and I think somehow that made a bit of a difference in his thinking. Right now, things are going well. The first week was really tough, but now we're into week 2. It can take anywhere from 3 to 6 months for them to fully acclimatize to their new place. So thanks for watching, and thanks for meeting this little guy. I think you're going to see him, quite a bit of him, in the future. So I'll see you next time, probably out with my tent. Bye for now.